As harvest continues across the state of Iowa, the Iowa Agribusiness Radio Network crew is out in the field, giving you a glimpse into the harvest process. In this week's stop on our Beck's Hybrids Harvest Tour, Riley Smith visits with the Greiner family at their farm near Keota.
All right, Riley Smith, Iowa Agribusiness Radio Network, and I'm outside Keota, Iowa for this third stop of the Beck's Hybrids Harvest Tour here with Keota and Lindsay Greiner on their family farm. And we are not actually in the field yet, haven't started harvest yet today. Had a little bit of rain. First off, Keota, give us an update on how harvest has been so far and how that rain's impacted the past few days.
Yeah, harvest has been pretty good this year. We had a good run on beans when it was nice and dry. We had a little bit of rain early, but other than that, we really haven't had too many days missed in the field. So we're just kind of plugging along, and like I said, a little over halfway is done. So that's good. Got a few beans to cut, and we'll finish on corn.
Awesome, and I know that you guys have been splitting it up. Keaton, you're usually in the combine. Lindsay, you're usually the grain cart guy?
I'm usually the truck driver.
Truck driver?
Yeah.
Perfect. So it's family operation, of course. Real quick here, if you want to touch on the history here of the farm and maybe the generations that have been able to farm here.
Yeah, so I'd be the fourth generation that's farmed. Our home farm is just down the road here, a quarter of a mile. That's where I live. Obviously, he's the third generation. My grandpa lived there before that, and his grandpa farmed here before that. So, and then we got the fifth generation right here.
Yeah, absolutely, and I'm sure he's chomping at the bit to be getting in the field and doing the harvest himself, right?
Yep. He likes farming almost every day.
Hey, perfect. So we'll go ahead and get ready to hop in the combine here, and we can kick things off and continue our chat inside.
Okay.
First off, Keaton, if you want to tell us what we're combining today and which field we're in.
Yeah, today we're combining some 6280 Beck's corn, and we're in a field that we farm. We're just about a quarter mile from our Bend site where I live, right here in southeast Iowa, just right outside of Keota, right off Highway 92.
And then for yields so far this year, I mean, have you been seeing pretty good? Don't need specific numbers, but just feeling good about that in general?
I'd say for the most part we're feeling good. Some of the corn has been really good. Some of it has been kind of variable. I'd say we're probably under what we kind of were expecting. You know, with adequate rainfall and a pretty good growing season, we really thought we were going to have a really big crop. We've been hit kind of by some disease pressure. Southern rust in this area was pretty bad. You can really tell if you didn't spray any fungicide this year. I think that hurt you pretty bad. But for the most part, I'd say we're very happy with our corn. Maybe not quite what we expect, but it's been pretty good.
And I'd say, the corn we're looking at right here, mostly pretty clean. You mentioned that southern rust, though, and I know that especially in this part of the state, I mean, it was just huge into every field. What was your experience with southern rust this year?
We did have a pretty bad experience with some up. It's about 15 miles from here. We had a number that we chose not to spray some fungicide on. It's the only field that we did that on, and we got a little windstorm and some heavy rain, and it did go down pretty bad. It just you can tell the stock quality, even on the stuff we sprayed with fungicide, the stock quality is just not. It's not great, to be honest. And so we did have about 150 acres that we had to put the corn reel on and go out and try to pick up as much as we could. So, but other than that, little small snafu, most of it has been standing pretty decent. I mean, you can tell even in this corn, it's kind of tangled up and whipped kind of sideways, but it is standing.
And then when it comes to the weather, originally we had planned to do this last week, and the weather got in the way of being able to get out there. Here recently, how has that rain impacted things of just getting out in the field? And, I mean, has it helped at all to kind of make the crops a little easier to harvest?
I'd say it has helped with corn. It's made it, maybe a little less dusty, helped on that type of stuff. It has been kind of a pain lately with the intermittent rains and the heavy dews to get the beans out. We're still waiting on a field of beans that we need to get out. Hopefully the rain has picked up some moisture. I know when we were ending the bean harvest, for the majority, they were getting down, pretty low moisture, which we don't like to see. So hopefully a little bit of rain we've gotten has helped on that, and we can get some sunshine to finish those here in a day or two.
Then kind of aside from the specific details of the farm, I think it's very interesting that you guys have had so many generations here. Not a lot of people can say that their family has been on a farm for that long here in Iowa, and even with how many family farms there are. So, I mean, you mentioned that you're the fourth generation, right? How cool is that to still be able to work this land?
No, it's very cool. I'm glad every day that I get up and I work with my dad pretty much every day. Both of my brothers still help on the farm as much as they can throughout the fall, and even we also raise hogs, custom feed, and they help with that too. And it's just nice to raise my family in that type of setting, and I'm very proud of it.
And when we talk with the Becks a lot, I know for them, family is a big thing as well, and just kind of keeping things true to what they are. For your guys' experience with Becks, how has that been? Just been able to work with them and use the seed and genetics that they have to offer?
It's been awesome. We've probably been with Beck's for, I'm just guessing, maybe 10 years now. And they've been great to work with. Our seed dealer, speaking of family, is family to us. And he's been great to work with. Anything we need, he's been able to get it for us. And just Beck's as an overall company has been wonderful with their commitment rewards and just all the programs that they offer. And aside from that, the seed has been wonderful. We haven't seen any problems. It seems to yield just as good as anything else, if not a little better. And yeah, they've been great to work with.
And we know that having all those abilities is great. The best ability is availability. And how available are the Beck's dealers, the agronomists, to make sure that you guys are getting the attention that you need and the advice that you need to run this farm smoothly?
They're wonderful at that. If I need anything, I can call my dealer and he can answer any question. And if he cannot answer it, he will get a hold of somebody that will answer it. I know he's always out in our fields and he's scouted them, and we don't even ask him to or anything, and he gives us feedback if he thinks something needs to be done. He's always checking in the spring and in the fall to see if we need anything, and that's just been great too.
All right, Keaton, thanks so much for allowing us to have this ride along and check out your farm and talk a little bit of Beck's as well, and good luck with the rest of harvest.
Okay, thank you.